guys, welcome back to Fits with Annie. I'm Jem.
I'm Sam.
And today we're going to talk marry, murder, move of clients. So like our favourite clients, our worst clients, horror stories, success stories, you know, all the clients that we love, the clients that we would want to marry, the clients that we would potentially want to murder, and the clients that we've potentially strategically moved elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's been a few. I mean, I've had clients for I've been in at least 10 years now. I've been having one-to-one clients, and I think initially when you first start out, you take on any client that'll come at you.
Yeah.
Any client that'll come at you, you just take on, and then you get to a certain point where you're like, actually, I don't want to work all of these hours anymore, so I'll find clients that fit within the hours that I actually want to work. And then you get to a certain point where you're like, actually, I only want to work with clients that I like.
Yeah, or that fit in with your ethos. So I'm much more selective about my clients now. They have to fit my niche.
Yeah.
They have to fit in around my time.
Absolutely.
Slots that I have. I don't take any more 6 a.m. clients on.
No.
I don't do it anymore.
See, I would do that, but I wouldn't take any. You work evenings and I don't really.
No, but I won't take any evening clients now past 6:30.
Oh, really?
6 o'clock, yeah, no. So I only on a Monday now will I work till 9:15. I do that once a week.
Really?
That's it, yeah. For one-to-one clients.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't mind. I have a fair few 6, 7 a.m.ers.
Don't mind 7.
But 6.
But 6, because it means I'm up at 5:15 and it's an unearthly hour.
Yeah, I suppose that's the difference. My clients now are in my back garden.
Yeah, that's
in my studio.
No, I've got to get up and I've got to be awake.
So I have to roll out of bed 15 minutes
before
them.
And drive to the studio.
Yeah, no, see, I don't have to do
And I like to be there at least 10 minutes before so I can make a coffee.
Obviously.
And have 5 minutes and I had to go through
what we're actually going to do. What we're actually going to do today.
My plan for my 6 a.m. client. So I only have one 6 a.m. client now.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason I have my 6 a.m. client is because I really love her.
Yeah.
Like I really, we have a really good 6 a.m. like debrief.
I love it.
Week. It's
I love it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Your clients, you get to a certain point, and I don't know, they teach you in PT school, that you are like, you're a therapist just as much.
100%.
So if you do, and I was having the same conversation with one of my other clients the other day who I absolutely love, and she was like, she did like a block of like 3 with me, and then she was like, do you have room to take me on fully? And I was like, for you, absolutely. She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I only take on certain people. And she was like, what? And I was like, well, yeah, because if I don't have that relationship with someone,
it's difficult.
It's so difficult, because then they're not going to tell you what's actually going on with them, which means that, you know, if they're overly stressed, if they're not sleeping, if they're on their periods or whatever, and you don't know any of that, you could push them to a limit that they don't have right now and leave them feeling unsuccessful. Or, you know, conversely, like if they're not telling you that, you know, they're stressed, but the way that they de-stress is actually by getting a lot of energy out, you could be like, oh, well, we'll go really easy today, and they're like, well, why the hell?
That's not going to work for me.
Yeah, my solution to anyone that comes in stressed, crying, angry is just slam balls. We slam shit at the floor. And that's usually works quite well, to be fair.
I like that. I quite like that method.
Yeah. But no, there's definitely been a few clients. I mean, I had this one client who just wouldn't do anything, was like adamant that they wanted to lose weight and they wanted to do this, and we'd be in the session and they'd do like 2 reps of something and they'd be like, oh yeah, it hurts.
Oh no.
And I was like,
does it? But what gets me about that phrase, it hurts. Okay, but tell me how it hurts.
Yeah.
So is it an excruciating pain where actually you are going to be damaged and then potentially need to go to hospital?
Yeah.
Or is it a little bit of an ache that you've never felt before?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, are you just a bit muscularly sore because you've never done
this before?
Or never lifted a kettlebell?
Yeah.
Never done a squat?
Yeah.
Is that the hurt? Or are you actually hurt, like we've got something posturally going on here that's making this impossible for you to do?
100%.
So it hurts drives me insane.
Yeah, because that's it. And I had the same conversation with one of my clients this morning actually, and it was like learning the difference between pain and discomfort. Because pain is bad,
but discomfort is good.
Discomfort is good, discomfort is normal. And actually a few of my clients who have had that same process, I've had to say to them, I need you to start getting used to the difference between pain and discomfort. I need you to start in your own language using that with yourself, because if you come into me and say I'm in pain, that says to me, okay, there's something wrong, let's fix it.
100%. My first initial was something like, okay, where's the pain? Is it sharp? Is it shooting? Have you got any tingling? I'm going like to this full extreme of like, okay, well, is it nerval?
Is it nerves? Is it joint?
Is it joint issue? Is it
and they're like, oh no, it just like it burns.
It just burns.
Right, well that's normal.
That's different for this exercise.
That's very normal. But learning the difference between pain and discomfort. But she used to just literally come in and be like, oh yeah, that hurts, I don't want to do any more of them. Well, but then get really annoyed at me because she wasn't getting any results. And I was like, I ended up in the end
actually doing what I'm asking you to do.
This was one that I had to move in the end, because I ended up having to say to her, look, I'm really sorry, but what you're after and what you're willing to put up with are two very different things, and I don't think my method of coaching you is helping, so it might be wise for you to go with someone else. She was like, oh right, okay. But then vice versa, I've had another client, and this one to this day. So, I've got a back injury.
Okay, well that sounds quite severe and quite...
No. She had a back injury 10 years ago that was physio fixed, like everything posturally was right with her.
So you don't have a back injury?
No. But literally, the fear of having a back injury, so the moment she felt anything,
she thought it was going to flare.
It's going to go. Where are you feeling it? Oh, here. Is it sharp shooting? Is it a dull ache? Oh, no, it's just like a burn. If you felt it in your legs or your arms, would you be okay with it? Well, yeah. So actually, it's just muscles. We're doing a kettlebell swing. It's to be expected.
I know.
We're doing it with a 2 kilo weight.
Not only do we become therapists, we also become psychologists, because we have to then retrain some of these thought processes and some of these, these thought processes that happen. And the way people perceive things.
Exactly. And I remember having to stand there with her and literally be like, everything I am getting you to do is to A, help a lower back, B, it is posturally perfect.
There's no way that this could actually
No, I was like, because you've been protecting your lower back for 10 years, your posture is the best that I've ever seen in my entire life. So everything that we are getting you to do is going to do 0 injury.
It's only going to help.
It's only going to help. Plus, I am not putting nearly enough pressure on you to cause an injury. We're using a 2 kilo weight.
Also, the thing that people don't understand about a lot of back issues is that actually not moving is the worst thing that you can do for it. So if you have a back injury or an issue, whatever it is, the worst thing you can do is actually to stop. Because you have to keep the joint moving.
Otherwise it just
and the back
seizes
moving and the hips moving. Otherwise it seizes up and it gets worse, and those muscles start to become really relaxed, and it puts pressure on elsewhere. So I know, I do a lot of work with older people. And so a lot of the time I'll get, I can't do that because of my back. Just give it a go. I want us to do it for a few weeks. And then we're going to see, and if in 3 weeks you're actually feeling the exact same amount of pain that you were already, we'll stop. No problem. We'll taper it off. It's cool. And guaranteed, a week and a half later, every single time, my back's never been so good.
Yes, absolutely.
Believe it or not, I know what I'm doing.
Would you look at that?
Look,
do you know what? That is the funniest thing as well.
Oh my God, you're paying me to give you advice, and guess what? My advice is right.
That's the funniest thing. When clients are shocked that what you've done has worked. They go, you know what you're doing? Yeah, I do. I've not trained and done a lot of this for a very long time to be wrong. Really?
And I have had my biggest ever success story, I think, probably. there was a woman that came to me post-pandemic. Yeah, so maybe like we just had the pandemic and then she came to see me.
Yeah.
And she was a GP. She'd gone through some depression.
Yeah.
And wasn't a GP anymore.
Right, okay, understandable.
So yeah, but obviously understood the body in a general practice. She'd obviously done pre-med.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anatomy, physiology, everything.
And she came to me and she couldn't walk up the stairs forwards. She had to walk on the side to come up the stairs to get to her PT session. What had happened is because of like in the height of her like depression and stuff, her body, because she had like completely depleted her body of all its nutrition and like nutrient elements, there was no vitamin D serving into her system. So her glute muscles, well, there was no glute muscle.
No.
When they did an x-ray of it, it was just white. There was no, so obviously if you think about like a piece of steak and you have like the white fatty bit running through it and the browny colour is the meaty bit, well the white fatty bit is the white fatty bit in your body, and obviously the browny colour, the darker bit is the muscle. And she had no muscle in her glutes whatsoever.
Oh my God.
So her pelvis was swinging. So every day she had to wake up and she would get herself down to the local swimming pool and she would get into the pool and she'd walk up and down so that she could realign her pelvis in line with the back.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, she was a mess. So when she came to me, obviously everything was body weight. And I mean, she couldn't squat properly, she couldn't lunge, she couldn't do anything. So we had to very slowly and I mean like it was fully like rehab to start to build some muscle in that area. Obviously supplemented with, she had to have like vitamin D tablets prescribed from the doctor to obviously help to by the time she'd done, and I mean it was a quick turnaround really in the grand scheme of things, we'd done 6 months and she was practically running up the stairs to
oh my God, I love that.
Like, and she always was like, she's like, if I'd have never have come to see you, I would never have been able to walk up the stairs, do the gardening, like every daily. So when people go to PTs or get into exercise, they make the goals like, I want to run a marathon or I want to, and we all do it. Like I have goals like that. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I don't know that they're going to be my goals and I sign up for something 2 weeks before the event. Do stuff like that all the time.
Side note, so she signed up to do the Jungfrau Marathon 2 weeks before, which is a marathon up a mountain.
It's classed as an ultra marathon.
Up a mountain. And you hadn't run...
more than 5k.
Like...
2 weeks prior. In the 2 weeks prior, I'd done 2 10ks, that was it.
Like, this is not recommended in any way, shape or form, guys, but it just proves how much of a nutter she is. Anyways,
it's definitely not recommended.
We digress.
But we all have these really big goals like that, or you know, it's to get into those pair of jeans I've never been able to get into, which is, you know, for some people is a really big goal if they've not been able to get into. But for lots of people, being able to walk up the stairs is a huge goal.
And do you know what's really funny? Ask any or a lot of trainers who are in a similar mindset to us, and their most successful clients will have nothing to do with weight.
Oh, absolutely not.
None of mine that I can think of have anything to do with weight loss.
It's why my niche is pre and postnatal, because it's actually about rehabbing and being able to make sure that you are healthy throughout your pregnancy. It's not about keeping the weight off or anything like that. And then postnatally, it's, well, you need to be able to be strong to be able to get the carry seat out of the car.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
do you know what I mean?
At the moment, I can probably pick a handful of, you know, most successful clients, but the one at the moment is, she came to me living off protein and sugar.
Oh.
Because she was scared of carbs.
I wouldn't like to think about what those glucose spikes were like.
Well, exactly, but she was scared of carbs.
Right, yeah, that's not
in
nothing wrong with
carb format.
We need carbs.
We need carbs. So would then get to an evening and crave sugar.
Absolutely.
But would have sugar hidden as protein food. So I'd have a grenade bar and then a protein yogurt and then...
Oh God, I get that all the time. I'm going to buy some grenade bars to get my protein content up.
Yeah.
Okay, but just check that you're now not going to go over on your your fat and your carbs
Yeah.
every day as well.
Yeah.
Because I think you'll find that, okay, there might be 20 grams of protein.
Yeah, but there's also 20 grams of sugar.
There's quite a lot of sugar in there too.
Like, so, or then she'd be like, oh, I feel, and her words were, I feel like I've got no control whatsoever. And then she wasn't achieving, she was doing loads of cardio, not a lot of weight training at all. And same again, she's probably actually been with me now for 7 or 8 months. And now, so before, she didn't have periods. Now she gets periods.
Yeah.
So,
I do love a good period
I
story.
love a good period story. Like, she had IVF to have her son because her periods were really irregular, and even now they're still very irregular, but she'd gone from having none whatsoever to now she actually gets them. And having a period is a really good thing because it means your hormones are working, it means your body's working, it means your metabolism's working, it means all very good things. So they're probably every 6 weeks at the moment, but that for her, in, you know, a lack of ovulation and things like that, may be her cycle for now.
Yeah,
And that's absolutely fine. But yeah, and now she eats carbs.
Yeah.
She weight trains 3 times a week as an absolute minimum. She's lifting heavy weight. She says that she is more comfortable with her body than she's ever been. Her jeans are a size up, but she's happy with that because it's her bum that's gotten peachier.
We've now created some, I actually really hate this word, and for those listening and not watching, I am doing it in inverted commas, tone.
Yeah, we've created some tone.
Which tone is just building muscle.
It is.
FYI. But yeah.
So, and she can now go out for dinner of a weekend without feeling like she needs to deprive herself in the rest of the day, or without feeling like she binged. So she used to come to me and be like, if I'm going out, I'm going hardcore. And she would send me her food diary of the week to then the weekend. And there was a stark contrast. Like,
oh, wow.
Like in the week, it was all protein and carbs, but, you know, sugary protein. And then at the weekend, it was literally like family-sized pizza and going out for McDonald's breakfast and then going out for something for a lunch and then something, because this is the only time I'm going to be able to eat it.
Oh, so then she was looking at cheat days, cheat weekends.
Yeah.
And you don't need to live your life like that.
Whereas now, she'll even say to me like, I don't feel deprived, I don't feel restricted, I don't binge, I've got more energy, she's got her periods back, she loves her body more.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm about.
That is what I'm about. I love that.
Like, and it's got nothing to do with weight. I don't think I've weighed her. I haven't weighed her actually. I haven't weighed her at all. We do progress pictures so that she can see shape definition. And yeah, but like love it. Like she can go out for dinner with her husband now and not worry about it.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's what we want.
It's exactly what we want. And it's this, like a few of my other clients, same again, they probably, you know, I very rarely weigh a lot of my clients because it just puts a lot of them in the wrong mindset rather than the right one.
I do use it as a tool, but it's more for my online clients, so I can get a gauge of where we're sort of at.
Yeah.
But I actually much prefer progress pictures. And I definitely prefer progress pictures coming through, so we can see shape changes.
Yeah, and same again. That just depends on what type of client you've
Absolutely.
got. Some clients prefer, you know, to know where they're at weight-wise, but it's then explaining to them that actually your weight may not change that much, but your body shape will.
So it's also that explanation of, so a lot of the time I go, oh my god, but I've put weight on. It's like, okay, have you been for a wee yet?
Yeah. Have you been for a wee yet? What time of month is it?
What time of month is it? Have you been for a wee? How much water did you have yesterday?
Yeah. How much salt did you have yesterday?
How much salt did you have yesterday? They're all the massive factors. How much sleep did you have?
Yeah.
You're a new mum and you're getting that much sleep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Your weight's going to fluctuate all over the shop. But then if you're also weight training, you're going to be slightly heavier.
Absolutely.
Because your muscles have gone into a little bit of an inflammation, they're repairing, and so inflammation creates a little bit of a heaviness and all the rest of it. So there are a lot of factors when it comes to weight.
Yeah.
Progress pictures, on the other hand, it's visual.
Yeah, you can see it, and that's why a lot of people they'll say, oh, don't judge me for these. I'm literally not judging you in any way, shape or form. First and foremost, I'm checking posture.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I'm checking where your hips are at. I'm not even looking at what you're looking at.
No.
And then in future, weeks, months, whatever, it's looking at what you can't see. Because a lot of clients will say, oh, I don't see any change. And you go, well, I do.
Well, I do, so let's have a look at this to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the thing is, when you're looking at yourself every day, you don't see the changes in you.
No.
It's only when somebody else notices it or says it, or you have a real clear visual. So I'll always do like, so I run 12-week programs. So we have picture 1.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some that in between, and we'll be checking in other areas, and then I'll take their 6-week one. I'll go, okay, this is where we are at 6 weeks. This is good. And then we'll go
to 12. And then you can see the comparison.
You can see the comparison.
It is much, much, much better, 100%. But yeah, they're the clients that we'd marry.
Yeah, the clients that I would marry are the ones that check in on time.
Yes. Oh.
Fill out the check-in form completely. That would be also great.
Check-ins on time.
And if you get, when you check in, like putting your progress pictures up on the app, or you wait up on the app if that's what we need. And the ones that tell me where they're at with their cycle or how they're feeling. You don't tell me you're on holiday. Yeah. I can't help you.
No, not at all.
If you don't tell me that you're feeling really shit this week because actually you're on your period, I can't help you. Yeah. I need to know those things.
It's funny because they apologise when they write you a massive essay. Oh, I'm sorry for the essay, and you go, no, I love it.
Keep bringing it.
Bring it
to me. The more
me.
information you can give me, the better.
Absolutely.
So the ones, they're my favourite. The ones that I like to know any PMS symptoms or pregnancy symptoms every single day. So the ones that throw them into at me every single day without me having to go and ask.
Yeah, the more information, the better. Yes. The ones that have got the mindset changes, they're the most success. Oh, I love them.
I love the mindset change. I love when it's stressed women come to me. Yeah. And then we work on implementing things to help de-stress them.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, I'm there for it.
They're also
they're great. Yeah. Digital detoxes, sleep. Absolutely.
Bedtime routines.
Absolutely.
Start implementing them, and when they start doing them, and then after a couple of days, like, do you know what? I feel
amazing.
So much better.
I feel it great, and you're like, my job here is done.
Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew I knew what I was talking about? But that's the thing, like, a lot of people, you go to a trainer, you think you're going for the exercise. That is probably like the smallest part of what we actually do.
Think of like a pie chart, like it is very, it's a very minimal part. It's a very small slice.
Very small slice of a pie. Do you know what though? So in thinking about some of the best clients, I'm also thinking about some of the funniest ones. So I used to have a client who had no proprioception whatsoever. No idea where her joints were in relation to her body, to the point where trying to do a squat was like, I can't even describe, like, I'd say like stick your chest out, and I put her against a wall and I said, put your bum on the wall. Well, I kid you not, and that's gonna be really sweaty now, sorry, I've got shorts on. But her knees, she'd be like, for those who were listening, like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
She looks like Elvis right now, is what I can say.
It was just ridiculous. And I ended up having to like teach how you would teach like a child
to squat.
Like, get a chair and sit down on the chair, stand back up, like, but everything, there was no concept of proprioception whatsoever. I'd try and, like, she'd come in with a shoulder pain one day or something like that, and she was a GP and she worked at a desk and blah, 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 blah. So there was a lot of this, so I wanted to work, release some of her neck muscles. And I'd be like, put your ear to your shoulder, and she'd, like, do this. Or like, like tilt your head up, or like look down, like literally no concept. It was hilarious. But the same one would also come in, do 20 minutes and go, okay, I'm done now, bye. And just leave.
No.
She'd just get to a point where she's like, okay, I've had enough, see you next week, bye.
Bugger off.
Like literally would just come in, do what, I'd have this whole 45-minute hour session planned. And she'd come in and she'd do like 10, 15 minutes sometimes and go, okay, I'm done now, bye. It was so funny. It was hilarious.
Oh no, I've never had that before.
Oh, it was so funny. And then I had this one other client. So, right, actually, these are my 3 main clients that I always give examples for about just hilariousness. So number 1, she would come in, she would do a 2-hour session with me on a Friday, because that's all time she had. But we do like loads of stretching, loads of warm up, a lower body session. Then we do a full cool down, and then we do like a good half an hour chat about nutrition. And so it was everything. And we did finished this full leg session one day, and I went, right, now we're going for a walk. Now my walk is a lunge walk. So you're doing a lunge. Now at the end of the session, that's a killer. And she just turned to me and she just went, why are you such a whore? And I was like, well, I'm not, but you're still doing the lunge walk. And then so that's number one. Number two.
I've never been called a whore.
Oh no, I've been called everything, but it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I've got clients that don't like split squats and like murmur under the breath like,
oh no,
why are we doing these?
Oh no.
But I've never been called names.
Oh no, I get everything.
Oh, no,
you're a knob, you're a dick, oh absolutely. Then I had this other one, and same again, if you're not watching this at home, you really should be. So she wouldn't do a workout, so I'd start doing this around the gym floor, like to her. I'm dancing, by the way, in my only method, which would embarrass her that much that she'd do the workout. Literally, I'd just start dancing.
Oh wow.
And then my final one, so she was from, I think, Pakistan, and she had a very strong Indian accent, and I was a Burns at the time, and she'd go, and I can't even do it, but she'd be like, oh my God, Gemma, it burns, but it sounded like she was having sex. And she'd be screaming my name in the middle of the gym. And it literally sounded, because of her accent and because it just sounded like she was just having sex, but screaming my name. It was hilarious. I couldn't contain it. I ended up not being able to train her for much longer because I would get to the point where I wouldn't push her so hard just so that I didn't have to listen to it.
I didn't have to hear the sentence, oh Gemma, it burns.
Yeah. Yeah. Or because my name was Burns, Gemma Burns, you burn me, was the other way she'd describe it. It was just...
It sounds like you're a bit of a water infection, really.
Oh, well, exactly. I know. That's exactly what it said. It sounded like I was a UTI, or at least giving her one. It was just, yeah. So, been called a whore. Used to dance around the gym, and apparently made people sound like they were having sex.
Yeah, no, I don't have any horror stories, really.
Really?
Not really. No, not like that at all. Most of my clients are like.
Chilled.
Dead chilled and like my best mates, really.
I mean, mine are also, some of them are definitely my best mates, but they still tell me to fuck off.
Yeah, no, I don't get sore at maybe I'm not pushing them hard enough. Well, any of my clients listen to it, they'll be like, no. I have had like clients before now, like that are, and it's not a bad trait, they're really dedicated, but that dedicated that like, one of my clients had AFib.
Oh yeah.
She had like a bit of an AFib like attack.
Yeah.
And wasn't going to tell me. And on the morning of, the evening of her session, obviously let me know. And I was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And she was like, yes, I'm going to need to go easy tomorrow. I was like, no, I don't think we'll be coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, no. I don't think we'll be having the session tomorrow.
Or like I've been like, I work with some women that are like highly stressed. Their lives are quite stressful, or they've got multiple children, or they've got really high pressure jobs, and will have had like an extremely stressful week, but have slept or eaten properly. And they turn up to the session and they've got no energy. They're like, I just feel so weak. I've not done well today. I was like, talk to me about how your week's been though.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, okay, so why are we here?
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Well, I didn't want to miss out on the session. I was like, sleep is more important right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and it's not a bad trait because they're dedicated.
Yeah.
But there is then the other end of the spectrum. So I don't necessarily have any like horror stories.
No.
Like where I've been like, oh my God, I've got to get rid of you.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, a lot of these were in the early days. I don't have many of these now. I mean, the one that called me a whore and the one that I danced around with. I mean, if they came back to me now, I'd still have them because I love them. Like, I'm still in contact with them. I love them. The one that screamed my name as if she was having sex, maybe not. But
no, nobody's never done that.
no, but these were like in the earlier days. Now, same again. Like, I've got some clients who I'm literally just like, if you're coming tomorrow, we are going to do nothing but stretch. Yeah. Because you did a marathon at the weekend. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just we get some interesting stories.
And that's people for you, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, I had one client years ago, and I can't even remember their name, literally came in and I sat her on a bike to get warmed up, and she was like, Gemma, we're going to spend 45 minutes here. And I was like, right, why? And she's like, I'm having an affair. No. Oh. I don't know what to do with this information, but okay. Literally, I've been training her for a good few months or whatever, and then she just walked in one day and was, I'm having an affair. And I tried to like close my jaw.
Of all the people to tell that to,
yeah,
you wouldn't be the person.
I'm very good at keeping things contained.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously not right now, and this was many years ago, but like at the time, oh yeah. If a client tells me something, that client confidentiality is strong until they leave me. Clearly. No,
so just check your T's and C's, guys. There is a client confidentiality clause in there.
No, to be fair, like I'll never, we won't put names to people and stuff like that. But yeah, just walked in and went, I'm having an affair, and I was like. So if you think you're telling us too much, guys.
I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, you're definitely not telling us too much.
No, nobody's ever divulged that kind of information.
No, yeah. Oh yeah, I
do talk about quite a lot of stuff with like my clients, but yeah, no one's ever admitted. I mean, but then maybe obviously none of my clients are having affairs.
Well, yeah, maybe that's the other thing. I mean, in the 10 years that I've trained thousands of clients, that's the only time that has ever happened. Wow. But yeah, I know, yeah.
Wow.
Absolute madness.
Oh yeah, you've had definitely more exciting.
I think I just attract them though, really. It's just the kind of person I am. But yeah, guys, if you take home, if you're our client, tell us everything to a certain extent.
I mean, share whatever you want.
Share whatever you want. But the more we know, the better. But yeah,
so to be the perfect client.
To be the perfect client.
And so you can get the most out of whatever program you're paying for. Yeah, what service you're paying for. It's information is key. Yeah. And communication is key.
Absolutely.
If you're not checking in and you're not giving us the information that we need, we can't help you the best that we can. And then with that, when we give you things to do, if you aren't doing them, then you aren't going to see the results that you want to see. Yeah. Which then, obviously, we then question what it is we're doing. Yeah. And actually, if that is something that you're doing, rather than something that we haven't implemented, then if you're not feeding that information to us, then we could take you well off track on something else, and then that's not detrimental to you.
Exactly.
So it's a very fine balance in that. So the more information you give to us, and the more you check in with us, the better it's going to be for you.
They're the clients that we'd like to marry, rather than murder or move.
100%. Yeah.
It's been really eye-opening.
That has. I'm still shocked about the affair.
Yeah. I get told a lot of stuff. I've just got one of those faces. I don't know. And I am when clients tell me stuff, it is contained.
Oh yeah, no, I don't go around telling anybody
the
stuff that anybody tells me or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
But
I treat it like a therapy session. So whatever you are telling me, it's like I'm your therapist. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays within the walls of that studio. Do you know what I mean?
If the walls could talk. Right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.